Welcome everyone to the City Advertising and Promotion Commission workshop for September 8th at 5 p.m. We do have Bobby and James are not here today, and Patrick is running away, but he's in the audience. But he will be joining us once he's confirmed with City Council
Next Monday.
next Monday. So we talked about, first thing that we wanted to do in our workshop was talk about a finance director that would transition us from where we are currently to Rick's retirement. And so we actually had Scott Barden, who gave us his resume, which we have here for you guys to look at. And then we had contacted Christy Ball, and she had agreed to come and give us a price, but today she backed out. So, Scott, would you like to come up and we'll just have a visitation with you?
Can you hear me from here?
We sure can, thank you.
Ready?
Yeah, just give us who you are and just kind of a general background. I think most of us here know you, but.
Okay. I'd like to say good evening and thank you for allowing me to speak to you tonight. My name is Scott Barden. I'm a resident of Eureka Springs. I'm very proud of that. I'm a commissioner on the Eureka Springs Parks and Recs Commission since September 2019. And during this period of time, I have served as a financial advisor and worked to reorganize the general ledger, chart of accounts, and track expenditures and revenue using QuickBooks and Excel spreadsheet. This has all been in accordance with the preparation of an accounting manual, and that's what would lead us to having less discrepancies in the future. I have spent many hours of the past 2 years committed to preparing financial statements that were clear, concise, and accurate for the general public to understand. This has resulted in 0 audit findings or management concerns from the Arkansas Legislative Audit Department. I have 37 years experience as an accountant, graduating from the Louisiana University in Monroe with a BBA in accounting. Throughout my career, I have worked as an operational and financial auditor with CenturyLink, a business manager for a public school system, a director of procurement for the Arkansas State Police and for the Pulaski County Special School District, and supervised a staff of 8 to 10 employees at any given time. Excuse me. I have been successful throughout my career. I identify weaknesses in internal control, analyze the existing financial system, and make written recommendations to management. Management is responsible for changes. My job is to alert management to system internal control weaknesses. I've had advanced training by the Arkansas Department of Finance and Administration with writing specifications for bids, requests for proposals, technical evaluation of professional contracts, and advanced training using the Arkansas Administrative Statewide Information System, commonly referred to ACES. I have experience with accounting software installation, including QuickBooks, Excel, setup and general ledger accounting, code setup to conform with general accepted accounting principles. For 7 years, I was responsible for training 32 school bookkeepers in the use of school bookkeeping software and the creation of a school bookkeeping accounting manual. As a result, bookkeeping errors decreased substantially, and they started developing ideas to make the system better. This resulted in a new accounting manual and participation from the bookkeepers. In a collaborative effort, we adopted QuickBooks as the software of choice for all 32 school systems. It is extremely important that this commission receive and have accurate, relevant accounting data, as this is the basis for tracking good, sound economic decisions. For example, if an event has unused funds available, you should be informed of the event in order to unrestrict those funds for use elsewhere. This is also important that the Commission approve all contracts for use for the auditorium and professional contracts related to media and performance events. All expenditures of CAPC funds should be approved by the commission before the event occurs. I would request that the chairperson or designee of CAPC review all sign-off on all bank statements, requests for payments to contracts, and receipt of revenue from the CAPC tax on lodging and dining establishments. I would also request a review of the business license issued compared to tax received. In closing, I have always enjoyed working with others and promoting a team effort to solving problems. Our strength will be determined by our team effort moving forward in the same direction to promote the town and businesses of Eureka Springs to the outside area and other regions. Eureka Springs is a wonderful place to live, and I love this place very much. It would be an honor to work with you and for you as we seek to make our town, Eureka Springs, a better place to live.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Questions? You guys have questions? By the way, you look very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
probably over. I'm feeling like I need to go get a tie.
Yeah.
You should have sent us a memo.
It's business.
Questions?
No, I got all the answers here.
Yeah. Thank you. That was really good.
This was laid on my heart, and this came right directly from how I feel about and take this very seriously, because we are in the business of promoting our town. And if we don't promote our town, we'll suffer in lack of services. And I take that very seriously.
Okay.
So,
Well, I know you've done a good job at Parks, kind of getting their financials back on track, and I knew that was a big job.
well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So you're familiar with the systems, all the systems that Rick uses? I mean, there's not anything there that,
No.
I mean,
No, sir. I
I'm not
I don't
familiar with
believe
them,
that.
so. Anything else for Scott?
No.
Okay.
I
Not
would-
till the regular,
I
we're
would
going to
like to-
discuss this in the regular
Until the
meeting.
regular meeting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to publicly thank Rick for his service to our community.
Yeah.
And I just want you to know that. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. We'll move that on to our meeting here in a minute. I just want to do a reminder, auditorium contracts. We voted as a commission in February that all contracts are to be signed by Melissa. And I just want to put that out as a reminder to staff and to the commissioners that Melissa gets the contracts. It's her job to look at them and vet them. Now that we have Madison here, she, of course, is first contact for those.
Yeah.
So we appreciate your service in doing that.
Right. I will have Madison sign with me, and all contracts go to our lawyer.
Right, and I think
Okay.
that was the concern of the commission, is that contracts should be really vetted
Mm-hmm.
legally before they're signed, and Melissa does that for us. Okay,
That's all contracts, not just entertainment, right?
that's all of our contracts. Yeah. And then also I have on here auditorium manager. You know, we've talked about the need for an auditorium manager, especially as we're moving forward. And the auditorium is number one on our list for renovations, for using it more.
Absolutely.
And absolutely bringing this to a place where it's self-sufficient. So I just had a conversation, and Madison has a recommendation for us on a manager for that. So I'm going to let her,
Yeah,
and
as
we can talk about it.
we talked about last meeting, you know, we think there's a need for an auditorium manager right now. We're kind of in some untrekked waters due to the pandemic. I don't necessarily think there's a need to hire a full-time auditorium director for the rest of this year, at least. So what I would like to do and what I would recommend to the commission is that we promote Molly Horton into auditorium operations manager and marketing director. So
We-
she will go full-time.
We have a sheet here that she's made for us. I just want to
Yeah.
point that out.
Does everyone have that?
Yeah, we got it.
You should. If you don't, I can.
I got
give
it,
mine.
I got it. Okay.
So we would promote her full-time. Half of her duties would lie in auditorium operations, and the other half would lie in what she does now, which is a wonderful job. So you can see how we've kind of laid that out there. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask me.
Why don't, do you mind reading it out for our audience?
Sure. So we have 50% auditorium operations manager. her duties would be oversees auditorium events, manages day of show operations, point of contact for auditorium rentals, maintaining auditorium website and ticketing system. As the marketing director, which will be 50% of her duties, manages social media and websites that our agency doesn't manage, assists agency with fulfillment of marketing needs. She's a point of contact for events that the CAPC does not oversee, manages in-house marketing campaigns, and other administrative tasks, as she already does. So this is kind of until we think there's a need for a full-time auditorium director, which will come as we renovate, as we pass through the pandemic. You know, we'll have a need for someone to be here full-time to do even more of the auditorium duties here. Just through the pandemic, we don't think it's a prudent idea to hire someone full-time to do this. But we need someone, we definitely do, and I think she would do a really, really good job. She's the task manager, as Ron puts it, and she's great, so I think she would do us good.
Molly, can you come up to the microphone? We can ask you a few questions. Remind us again, you graduated, because, you know, the internship was really based on, you know, going to school. You've graduated.
Yeah, I graduated this past spring in journalism from the University of Missouri, so I'm pretty well versed in the advertising field, and my first job was working at a theater, so I have some experience in the theater background, especially ticketing and the ticketing system, so. And
you've already taken over some of this responsibility, is like ticketing and some of that. You're already working on some of that, correct?
Right, I've been facilitating that for the past couple of months.
Which is it's a big deal for the auditorium.
Well, I'd like to say I've been down at the CAPC a lot, working on contracts and kind of, you know, helping you guys get started, and you are a whiz wonder. I saw you yesterday in an hour get us 2 spots on TV in Springfield, 2 spots on a radio show, and plus you designed the poster for the Jazz Festival. That was in just an hour, and we get your spreadsheets on what you do part-time, and it's just amazing.
I appreciate it, thank you.
If we offer you that promotion, are you willing to take it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I would request we have an executive session
Sure.
in our regular meeting.
Okay. Anybody else? Do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Anybody else for this, and we'll move on?
So are we gonna give her more hours?
It'd be full-time. That's a full-time position. Is that right? I mean, it's a full-time position.
Yeah, so we would hire her full-time. She works about 20 hours a week now as a part-time. So we'd hire her full-time with, you know, 50% lying in auditorium operations and about 50% doing what she does now. So
And
Sounds good.
I'd like to make, in job descriptions, Madison can hire, but it also is in state and city law that the commission hires, and I appreciate very much that Madison did it correctly and brought it to us to make it final. So thank you, Madison.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move that to the meeting. Also, you guys know we talked about, I had asked Paradise several months ago to look at our fourth quarter because and we'll see this, we are up, we do have a surplus in our year-to-date collections, and so the fourth quarter has always been a time where we probably needed to have more marketing, we probably needed more, right? And so I asked Paradise to give us the possibility of doing more. But since when we hired Madison, I pulled back a little bit with that, and I said, wait a minute, let me ask Madison what she would do and what she would want to do as leading this team. So she has put together a plan for fourth quarter marketing where we would do it in-house.
Yes.
Correct? And not Paradise, we would
Right.
do it.
So you should have a handout here. It goes over, you know, our breakdown of the quarter 4 marketing campaign. Just to debrief, this would be handled locally. So everything we would do here needs local radio stations, local TV stations. We would like to hire.
When you say local, you're talking regional, you're not
Regional.
actually.
Yes, I apologize.
Yeah, all right.
And as far as photography goes, you know, we would like to hire local Eureka Springs photographers to help us with our content creation. This would be, of course, a push for Q4. That covers October, November, and December. We're going to push really hard for December. At the end of November, we would like to do a large shop local campaign, and then a Christmas events campaign. We think that would be great. You can go over this. We have a budget on the back of the breakdown.
I don't think I got one.
Okay, I can give you mine.
All right. Okay, oh, okay.
So, excuse me, we are going to push hard for radio and TV for November and December. Of course, we're going to do our social media marketing, we're going to work on Google Ads, and some photography there that we're going to pay for. We would like to do a photo shoot for a couple of different things. We're very excited about that. So we believe this would cost around $63,000. And this would just come from our surplus that we've gotten this year.
Okay.
Did you say 53K?
63, it should be on the back of your breakdown.
It's on the back of this.
Rick, we already have some Christmas money, right? We already have, there's a little bit of a budget there. I want to say that was 10,000, is that? So there's a $10,000 already that would not be a part of this, but you would also be,
And Molly would be helping you.
Right, so this coincides with hiring Molly full-time. She would take this on as well as I. And I think she'd do a really great job. She has done pretty great job
Yeah.
with this breakdown. Like you said, she's a whiz.
Yeah. And Lacey, are you still kind of in charge of Heart of Eureka? Okay, I know Molly comes to your meetings. I'd like you to get with Madison, and would that? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
do you have another one of these by chance?
She can have
Oh,
one.
we got a pile of them.
Well, we'll give you one of these because I think all of those events are on here that she's talking about promoting. We've got everything, starts in October with Halloween. I'm just going to let you go over all this,
Okay.
Sure.
over all of the events that we would be looking to promote for October through December.
Yeah, it was in that pile. It's
I
underneath.
don't know what I did
No?
with mine. Let's deal with this one, see if it's in here. Yeah, no,
I knew I should have made more than enough.
no, I probably passed them off somewhere else.
I think he's got it.
Okay.
Did you find
I
one?
think it's in there.
Do you have an extra one?
Here, you just use mine because I don't think it's going to be in that pile.
Oh,
Yeah,
Thank
there you go.
oh, you just read it off.
It's so
I
many.
give mine over to Lacey.
Yeah, okay, it's fine.
You have these ones for me?
Yeah. Do you have one? Do you need, oh, well, she needs one, so she can tell us. She gave hers to Lacey.
She gave hers away.
I have an extra.
I knew I had one at one time, but it,
Petra's got it.
yeah. Patrick's got one. All right. Yeah,
Yeah, anything though that you have on there that's in a community event will go on there. Yeah, but that's not limited. Yeah, that's not, I knew there would be other events, but we want to get the budget approved so we can do them all.
So just to go over the breakdown, for October, our theme's going to be Halloween and outdoors. We'd like to make a push for mountain biking in October, as well as Halloween. Our marketing medium is going to be a social media push with a focus on Instagram. Our budget will focus on Facebook, Google, and Instagram ads. We're also going to try and access some pre-existing photos from local photographers. The events that we have down that we would like to highlight and promote for this campaign is Corvette Weekend, Hillberry Music Festival, HOE Trick or Treating, White Street Halloween, and Voices from the Silent City. Of course, we can add some.
and Folk Festival.
Folk Festival is in November.
Oh,
So moving into November, our theme's going to be Colors of Eureka. That breaks down to colors of diversity and colors of fall. And then we're also going to hit up Shop Local. Our marketing medium will be a social media push. Our budget focus will be Facebook and Google ads, pre-existing photos for Colors of Eureka. We would like to do a photo shoot for Shop Local, and then we're going to push some radio on there as well. The events is Diversity Weekend, Miss Coco Peru at the Odd, Folk Festival, Porsche Palooza, and Shop Small with HOE. In December, our theme will be holiday shopping and Christmas events. Our marketing medium will be social media, radio, and TV. Our budget focus will be pre-existing photos from local photographers, radio, TV, Facebook, and Google ads. Our events that we have down here is the Living Advent Calendar, Living Windows, Christmas Parade of Lights, Jingle Bell Stroll, and I added carolers here. We would like to start something in the park, carolers during the weekends, kind of like our music series, something
I think
similar
we've done
to
that in the past, right? We've done
Yeah.
that, Lacey. We've done the carol.
Sure.
Aha.
Right. You want to come up to the mic?
Could we also add the tour of homes to
Yeah,
this?
absolutely.
Yeah, we
Tour
can
of
do that.
homes.
When, do you know when that is?
It's in December.
The tour of
It's canceled.
Oh, did they cancel it? Oh, bummer. Okay.
But to add to, the Heart of Eureka, you don't know a lot about us yet, but hopefully you'll be there Tuesday, 5:30. We're a bunch of store owners, and we don't really necessarily do events that we have
Right.
to get out of our store, but we do things like the living windows. We get some girls in our window decorating, or dressed up as whatever, Rudolph, and people stroll by, we give wassail and blah, 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 and it coincides with other events that we have in town. But I heard today also that the Christmas parade may not be going on as well.
No parades.
Yeah,
not-
down our street. So maybe we can talk to Devin and have the stationary parade like we did last year. I don't know how well that went over, I don't even remember. But anyway, the caroler aspect is I don't think it cost any money. Did it last year? Do you remember? It was minimal, whatever it was, but a lot of the churches in the area would get 2 or 3 people and they would carol up and down the street. So some of them would go up and stand in Pendergrass Corner for a song, and then they'd go up wherever. And we as stores, we would stay open later that night, serve hot chocolate, whatever. So you get the store participation in these little events, and the events that we have down for December, there's a lot more events than are listed here. And I'll get with you or both of y'all and just kind of tell you what we've done in the past and see if that works. We've always had Santa Claus every weekend in December.
Oh, that's great.
And hopefully we can continue that, because that is a big draw for regional kids coming in, and, people that come in to visit with their kids as well. So, anyway, I'm trying to think, there's like 4 or 5 more events that we don't
That'd be
have on
great.
here that we'd like to see if we can continue, and last year, a new event was Finish the List weekend. So finish your list, and it
Oh,
was
that's
the
great.
weekend before Christmas. So, and it was regional, it was great we had tons of local, I say corridor, people coming over to finish the list. So it was really good, because most people don't travel during the first, the week before Christmas, but Fayetteville and everybody came over, and we had a great December last year, so.
That's great.
Despite COVID, so.
Thank you. So that's kind of you got anything else on this, or was there
I
any
don't,
questions?
as long as you guys don't have any questions for me.
I mean, look, I think Paradise, what they do is absolutely fantastic, but this is more of a pinpoint marketing where, we'll have TV, radio, and it will be very pinpoint to these specific. And so, since we've got Patrick, have you seen this? Is this? With this marketing plan? Yeah. You want to give us your opinion? Patrick is a good marketing guy, and I think he's a good sounding board to give us. And you'll work, if you get confirmed next week, you'll work to help them with this marketing plan?
Absolutely, yeah, and already have in a consulting fashion.
Sure.
Just trying to help with some questions on budgeting, what to look for in Google Ads and how to utilize them better, how to utilize Facebook and organic and paid. SEO is everything. Obviously, our website fails us a lot there. Hopefully, in the future, we'll have a much better structured site that will coincide with it, because if you don't have a call to action on top of your advertising, if you don't have some reason or something, somewhere for them to go, some action.
Yeah.
And most of the time, that's going to be, who are they going to call?
Right.
So they have to go to a website, so the website needs to back all this up very soon. This will get us through this quarter, and as an innkeeper, and you as a restaurateur and others who are in, understand the business, we're open year-round, just like you are. We want more December business, more January business, more November business, fourth quarter advertising. So far, for all of the topics that you've covered on that, sound great. I love the cooperation with the Heart of Eureka, bringing those concepts that are already in place together and reinforcing them through these weird times, modifying. And all of this, I think both Madison and Molly have kind of taken into account that we can shift on the fly as needed. But getting this stuff out there in the next 2 weeks is vital, at least for October, end of October. Most of October is going to be full. October's a great month in Eureka.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see that they're concentrating most of their efforts on November and December.
I was surprised whenever our first year in Eureka, I was surprised at how retail really kind of didn't do well as I thought it should, because, and this is where I think this campaign's great, is that Eureka Springs is a fantastic place to come and get a very unique gift, unlike what you can get off Amazon. Sorry, Amazon, you can't buy the original art that you can get here.
That's exactly
And
right.
I think that's a great selling.
Oh, yeah.
for us.
We're close to Branson, but Branson doesn't have what we have.
That's right.
Yes,
So-
I have a trip planned to Studio 34 tomorrow to pick up some of that fantastic art.
Yep,
so.
yep, very cool. Okay. Anybody, anything else for the workshop from any of the commissioners, you guys? If not, that will,
Thank you, Madison.
that will conclude our workshop, and we'll take a break, and we'll come back and do a meeting.
Sorry for that.
Oh, that's okay. Oh,